little brainers, welcome to a brand new video from Coding for the Little Brains. In today's video, we are going to talk about the basic concepts in programming. These concepts remain the same when you learn any programming language, be it Python, be it C++, C, Java, PHP, C#, any language, these concepts are going to remain the same. So today I am going to introduce you statement, syntax, algorithm, flowchart, decomposition, testing and debugging. Now let's have a look at each one of these concepts one by one. The first one, statement. What is a statement? Statement is an instruction that we give to the computer. It's a command that the programmer tells the computer what to do. Let's take an example, brushing your teeth. We all brush our teeth in the morning, right? So what does your mom tell you? Take the brush and paste, then apply the paste onto the brush. So these are the statements that your mom tells you how to brush your teeth. Similarly, we also tell the computer the statements which we expect the computer to do. Now, computer performs each of these statements in the sequential order. That is, the order in which the statements are mentioned. Statement 1 will be executed first and then only statement 2 will be executed. So it is important that you give the statements to the computer in the correct order. And this is called the sequence. Coming to the second point, syntax. Syntax is a set of rules that is defined for a programming language. These rules differ for each programming language. So that's why whenever we learn a new programming language, we have to understand the syntax of that particular language. The next point is algorithm. So what is an algorithm? In simple terms, algorithm is writing down your program in the language in which humans understand. We human beings understand. So algorithm is a set of instructions given in order to complete a certain task and receive the desired result. Another definition for algorithm is it is a set of statements written in sequential order. So everywhere the sequence is important. Going back to our example of brushing teeth. If you have to write an algorithm for brushing teeth, how will you write it? Can you please try? Okay. Take the toothpaste and brush, apply toothpaste onto the brush your teeth, then rinse. This is the algorithm for brushing teeth. So as you have noticed, we have written down the steps involved in brushing the teeth in plain English. So this is how we write an algorithm. So I hope that's clear with you all. Flowchart is the pictorial representation of an algorithm. In a flowchart, we use these symbols. The start and end is represented by an oval shape, input or output in a parallelogram. The process to be carried out is mentioned in a rectangle shape. The diamond shape specifies the decision to be carried out. And the direction of flow is mentioned by a line with an arrow at the end. Now let's see how the flowchart for brushing teeth is. Start, then the input is putting toothpaste on toothbrush, and then the action to be carried out is brushing the teeth. And what is the decision to be carried out here? Is teeth clean or not? If it is clean, rinse the toothbrush and your teeth also and end. If it is not clean, again brush your teeth and then again take the decision. So this is the flow chart. I hope it is clear to you now. Next is decomposition. Decomposition is breaking down big tasks into small manageable tasks. While programming, you should always try to drill down to the smallest level and start coding from there. In the previous example, you have seen how we have decomposed the brushing teeth into the smallest level possible. You know, the advantage of breaking down into the smallest level is that you can identify the issues that you might face in future, and this will help in your next phase, that is testing phase. Now let's go to the last phase, that is debugging. Debugging is the process of finding errors or mistakes in your program and fixing them. Why is debugging very important? You all have tests at the end of your term or each week at school, right? So the school is analyzing how well you have learned. In the same way, it is important for us to test the program to make sure that it is working perfectly. Let's now say you have a toy, you have a battery operated toy. It's not working. What you will do? You will first check whether the switch is working correctly. That is, here you are testing why here you are testing why the toy is not working. Here you are debugging why the toy is not working. And you will find out that the battery is not working. So then what you will do? You will tell your mom or dad to buy a new battery, and then you will replace it with a new battery. So this is the fix you are doing. You have replaced your toy with a new battery. That is the fix you are doing for your toy. The same way, the programs we have written, we have to test it, we have to find the bugs, and we have to fix it. I hope you have liked today's video. If you have any suggestions or comments, please write it down or please email me to vijaynath@gmail.com. That's vijjinath@gmail.com. If you find these videos are helping you, please share it with others and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.
Coding for the Little Brains. Please share, like, and subscribe.